Home health care is generally broken into 3 levels of care: companionship, personal care, and skilled care. Companionship is where we're providing care to the client without physically putting our hands on the client. So we're providing companionship, transportation, meal preparation, light housekeeping. When we move into personal care involves now interaction with the client directly, where we're helping with bathing, dressing, grooming, toileting, those types of things. And then skilled care is where we're now doing things that are considered invasive or into the body. So we're helping with medications, we're giving breathing treatments, in some cases just planning care services and making sure that the client's getting the needs met that they need. So, and who benefits from that? Really anybody that has a desire to stay in their home but needs a little bit of help. And generally that's going to be people over the age of 65 or people that are disabled under the age of 65. Right at Home was founded in 1995, and we have seen, frankly, just an explosion in care services, home care services, over the course of the last 15 to 20 years. A lot of that is being driven by, I think everybody's very aware of what's happening with the baby boom generation, and that's not just in the United States, that's worldwide. So because of that, there has been just an increased need for services like this to help people remain independent in their home. Why we chose franchising, I think in a lot of ways, franchising really is a perfect business development strategy. You get the best really of all worlds. You get an organization that has expertise and has a proven track record in an area such as home care. But then we find business partners, both domestically and internationally, who have a desire and a passion to build a business in the same space. And so we get the benefit of having very driven, very motivated, passionate franchise owners and master franchisees, both in markets in the United States and master franchisees internationally. And they get the benefit of being able to come into a system that is proven. And so the synergies that we get through franchising, I think, are incredibly important and beneficial for all parties involved. Right at Home is different from other care companies. First, because our background, if you look at the people in this organization, our background first was in home care. So we started as a home care company with many individuals, many of the professionals that are in this organization have a deep knowledge in healthcare and home care. We ultimately decided franchising was the best way to grow the brand, and that knowledge has really provided us an opportunity to accelerate the growth both of our organization and of our unit level franchisees. And in addition to that, I think the other key element is that we have a very strong culture at Right at Home where we're focused very much on how our individual franchisees do, both in the United States, the domestic direct franchising that we do in the United States, and master franchising internationally. So we're very selective in the individuals that we bring into the organization. We look for people that will work well with us, that fit the culture here, and that have a passion and a drive that aligns very much with ours. Right at Home is interested in developing our brand internationally because the needs are international. This is not just with the baby boom generation and the aging population explosion that we're experiencing right now is not just a United States issue. It's an issue all over the world. So it just made sense. We have a very strong brand. We have a very good track record of success and performance within our brand, and felt that we have a great business model that we want to share with the rest of the world and find business partners that can deliver this brand and this business model with the millions and millions of people all over the world that need this type of care. The qualities that we look for in a master franchisee, Probably the first thing that I look for, I think everybody's a little bit different as we work with our franchisees as they come in the system, but I really look for a passion. That's what I want to see. I want to see someone that's very interested in senior care and what this business is about. And senior care is not necessarily for everybody, so it's important to have that passion and that drive to help people. And we have, over our years of franchise development, we've brought in people from all different types of background. We have physicians and we have attorneys and we have people that worked in healthcare, and most of the time people that didn't work in healthcare came from technology or wherever. But they all shared one common goal, and that is they wanted a strong business model that helps them meet their goals of improving the quality of life for other people, and they're passionate about that. And that is first and foremost what I look for. The tools that Right at Home offers its franchisees, whether domestic franchisees in the United States or our international master partners, starts first and foremost with our turnkey business model. Franchising ultimately is, we believe, should be a turnkey business model. So we have all of the documentations and the forms and everything that somebody needs, including licensure and accreditation manuals and those types of things in places where that's important. We also have in-depth training classes, both our initial franchise training, which teaches somebody first how to operate a home care business, and then for our international masters, they move on to our executive system expansion training program, which teaches them how to be a franchisor. In addition to that, we have a wonderful staff here at our corporate office and specialists, from financial specialists to web and social media specialists, as well as support specialists, to help our franchisees in every aspect of their business. And in addition to that, we also focus a lot on innovation and changing our business model. So the tools, we have a tremendous amount of tools available now, but continue to expand those tools and add to the toolbox that our franchise owners ultimately will work with. We believe strongly that now is a very good time to enter the home care business. We know, again, that the demographics all over the world are very much supporting senior care. We also know that most westernized cultures are finding it difficult, governments are finding it difficult to pay for these care services for the people of their country. And so there's just more and more, as we look forward, there's going to be more need for these types of services. So now is a great time to enter. We really still are in the infancy of our development in this area. And so it looks like the next 20, 25, 30 years the needle is very much pointing in the right direction for this space. The background of our international master franchisees really is similar to the background of the domestic franchisees that we have here in the States. It varies. We have some people that have had background in franchising. Our master franchise owner, Ken Deary, in the UK, had a strong background in franchising. We have others that worked, Eduardo Schweitzer in Brazil worked in the technology space, in the pharmaceutical space. So the backgrounds vary. And ultimately, again, we look a lot for the individual person, someone that has a business acumen and a passion for this space. The key values and principles that Right at Home believes in really is outlined in our mission statement, which is to improve the quality of life for those that we serve. So at every level of the organization, whether that's a domestic franchisee here in the States taking care of their clients or the family members, or our master franchisees taking care of their clients and developing a franchise system in their country, or for us at the corporate level. We all have individuals within the Right at Home system that we serve, and our main focus is to improve the quality of life for those people. We also have a very strong culture here of trust and respect. We've always believed very deeply in focusing on franchisee level success, whether that's a domestic franchisee in the States or a master franchisee. We've believed, Alan and I believe from the very first day that we started this, that if our franchisees do well, then the system will do well. And that has panned out beautifully over the last 14 years. Parts of the world where home care is going to become more essential is really all over the world. And in most cultures, aging is an issue that all governments and all countries are dealing with. So we really have not found a market where there isn't a strong need for home care services. Even in countries where there are more socialized medicine systems or systems where the government has paid for health care, the governments are starting to find that it's getting more and more difficult to cover the care for the individuals because there's just so many of them. So we really have not found a market where these services aren't desperately needed. What do I see for the future of Right at Home? Continued growth, continued expansion globally, domestically here in the U.S., and continued strong growth with our unit level franchisees, both at the domestic level and at the master franchisee level. I also see a real focus for us as an organization on innovating care solutions going forward. So we're focusing a lot of time and effort right now working with our franchise owners right now on other ways that we can meet the needs of our clientele. Right at Home is the brand of choice, I think, for two reasons. Number one, I think our background and the way that we have built this system, the franchise owners, the master franchisees that we have picked, the values that we have as a system, I think make us an incredibly strong system, and that's important. We talk a lot about the Right at Home family, and we believe deeply that this is a family. Secondly, our performance. Right at Home's performance over the course of the last 13 years has been very, very strong, both with unit level franchisees and with our master franchisees. So the brand of choice, as far as I'm concerned, for two reasons: because of the culture that we have, the organization that we are, and our performance as a system.